to get a tutorial. Sorry. Hmm. Oh, yeah, we can. You can. I've already shared the file with So, yeah, so as the grievance was received in the morning that they just waited for an hour for the tutorial, but it didn't happen. We are really sorry for that. I think there was some kind of miscommunication. But I really believe to all of you who are being beginner, just focus on this particular session. And even those Python, they can, help me to make me more improved and, better, right? So I'm a professor in Delhi University. And as Professor Tron had already told you that AI and machine learning cannot few days is not possible. But to be in a pace with the course, if you have an idea of these three libraries, I think that it will help you a lot. And now learning coding is not very difficult because as again Professor Tron has introduced, the use of AI is there with you. Earlier, people, learn the commands by heart to do coding, but now it's not necessary. If you have something in your mind, you go to the Gemini, you use the AI to tell them to, provide that code for you. But the important is you should not reliable on AI blindly. It's very important. You know, use the wisdom because you know the objective. You know your problem. AI doesn't. He do whatever he wants. I mean, AI. I'm just giving him a salutation of he. Maybe she's she. So they do what they want, but we have to have a control of what we are looking for. So that's up to you. So technology can be destructive if we use it without wisdom. So it's very important use it wisely, focus on your objective, and then do things, slow by slow, step by step. Okay. Okay, right. Now it's okay. Okay. Yeah, already. So now we are starting with, since I told that there are three important libraries, NumPy, Matplotlib, and Pandas. So we start with the NumPy. I can also suggest you some books. Maybe in the last I can show you that books that are really helpful for the beginners. So let's start. So this is just a text, it's just giving you, I hope the files have been shared with you all. You please do these exercise along with me. It's really helpful. And once we done the exercise here, I mean the practice file here, there is another practice file that you can do on your own when you will be at your hostel or at your home. So the important is import NumPy as MP and see the print version of it. I believe, what do we mean by import? See, there are few terminologies in every coding. Packages, they want to say it. Yeah, I'm connected.
Oh, okay. Can't do that.
Don't know Mac very well.
Oh, no,
So how do you
it's
open the
okay.
browser?
So the browser is open already. Ah, okay. Let's just use the tiny
When you want to type
URL.
any URL, .com/
Participants sitting behind. Are you all ready? No? Please. Ready to go. So go for a brief intro, you can read this text, what NumPy is all about. It's a Python library. We generally call the libraries of Python using this text import. Sometimes we use from dash import dash. So that command is basically if you are importing more than 2 or libraries from a single module. If you are just, calling one single library, then you can always use import. If you are using more than 2 or, more libraries, then you can always call from the module and import libraries. That's how this go. So import NumPy as NP. Again, NP is the shorter or shortcut that we used in our coding, because every time we cannot write NumPy. Just like for plot, we use PLT. If we import matplotlib, we write it as PLT because we cannot write matplotlib every time. I hope you understand this. So when you are saying as, then this as is for the, you are naming the shortcut name for that particular command. Is this clear? NumPy as NP, and then you can just check out the version you are using. So it's easy. Because it's always good to know, because I hope you all know algebra. Doing things in algebra, getting output in kind of matrices is always helpful to, understand how to deal with them. NumPy is basically a kind of a library, or you can say a module that is based on the algebra, matrix algebra. It's really helpful. You know how to use the loops, you know how to use the, kind of addition, transpose. So it's always good. A is equals to np.array 1, 2, 3. That means you are assigning a list to a variable A. If you just do it like this, you cannot get anything. But if you do print A, you will get the output. You can see this. You can run this. Type A is know what kind of value this A is. Right? It is integer. It is floating value. Is it string? I hope you know the categories. If not, then again, as I said, what each command is all about. That's how the beginners can learn the Python, right? Now you see, I just run this so that it's very important. You can see the output now. If and hashtag is, I know you understand the hashtag we use to stop that particular command to run. If just remove this, then you can see that how it will give the another value for this. A0 is here 1, because in Python the list indexing starts from 0. A0 means 1, A1 means 2, A2 means 3. I hope you get this. And A minus 1 again gets, A minus 1 will gives you 3, right? Good. So you all know this. It's easy. Now two-dimensional array, how you will handle with this. array have two-dimensional. I mean, they have two elements and each element itself is a list. So be careful this time. If array 0 you write, you just write it on your own. Array 0. I have not write it, say this. Okay, and then run, because sometimes it's always good to run one by one, though in each and every code cell I have 4 and 5 commands. So when we get error, so it's not easy to figure it out, but if we run one by one, we can easily find out where the error lies. So if I write error 0, ARR, array 0, what it will be? Can someone tell me what it will be? You can just run it, please. Oh, I have not write what. Can it be why array 0 is not giving any value? Sorry? Yes. Yes. If you print it, you will get it, right? How many of you understand this? Okay. C, print second element of first dimension. Anything which is there in the column, I mean single column, it's like consider the text as a string. So it will write directly the way it is. And there are two terms which is there. Array bracket 0, 1. 0 is the indexing for first element and its first element. I hope you, that's why two-dimensional arrays is quite, take some time to make you understand. When we say 0, what the 0 is? The first list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what's its first value? The value at first is 2. The value at 1 is 2. How many of you understand this? When I'm saying 0, it will take you to the first list. And when I'm giving it 1, the value within that list at 1 is 2. Getting my point? So be careful. Because I know when we really do research, we really handle difficult data, maybe 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional. So understanding all these concepts are very important. Similarly, fifth element on second element, I can say, of the array. And second element of the second list, which is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. First means it will take you the second element of the array. And its indexing at 4 is what it is? Indexing at 4. 6 is at 0, 7 it is 1, 8 is at 2, and 9 is at 4. Sorry, 9 is at 3, 10 is at 4. I'm sorry. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? I hope you get this. Okay. I have given a hashtag to one command. You can try and run it. You will get an error. And can anybody just tell me why this error will occurring? I have put hash command to this particular because it will give you an error. Can anybody just tell me why it is giving me an error? I really want all of you to understand this because, I'm not here to teach you. I really want you to understand so that the next 3 weeks will be easy for you. Is it clear why we are getting error here? Right? Okay. So we can do this. So I'm not running it. You can run it on your own. So the last element from the second dimension, as I said, -1, second element of the array, and the value at the index at -1 is the last element, which gives you 10 again, right? Is this clear? Can you do it for the second last element? Second last element for the second list. Second last element for the second list. Can you do this? What should I do? What we do? You tell me, you can come and do this. I don't know. I'm asking you. I really don't know. Because let me tell you, nobody is a kind of an expert in Python who know each and every command by heart. Sorry, it's an ocean. Okay? So if I'm asking something, that means I really don't know this. You just go, try some tricks on your own, or who's your friend? AI. Right? Just copy the same command. Ask him, oh, if I want to find the last second element of the second entry of the list, then what will be the command? Right? How many have done this? Done? You can do this here? Come. Come, come. See, I'm just like you. I have also started learning Python recently, just I think 6 and 7 months. But it's all about the follow-up. Yeah. Right. Control C. Right. Command V. Oh, actually, here we use you copy it. Here in Mac we use command, not control. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, command C, command V. Yeah. 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 Second last, and what we do here? Right. Thank you. Just run it again. Yeah. Great. It's easy. It's easy. Anyways, since we have to do many things, so I'm just leaving 3D arrays for you. I hope you can do it on your own. Is this clear? Right. You can do all these things. Now, the another concept is a slicing, but still, I think I should run this to move beyond. Okay. What it does, you can check it out. I have just created another array of three-dimensional array 1, and then print 0, 1, 2. Not 2. There are now when I'm printing some particular number, I'm taking 3 entries. 0 for the first value of that, 1 value of that, and then the second value of that. You have to be very careful. 0, 1, 2 gives you 6. Is this okay? Okay. Don't stuck to it. You can do it. That's perfectly fine. Now we are come to slicing. Slicing in Python means taking elements from one given index to another given index. Or, we can just, according to our problem, we can just start from the particular element of the row and ends at the particular element of row when we don't need the whole rows or columns for the consideration. So this is array 2. Now you can see array 2. Print array 2. I hope you understand if I write this semicolon, there is no number. Semicolon, then semicolon and 2. What it means? Don't worry. Just shift and enter. 6 8. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have even, it has taken some value from 1357. 1357. From this particular list, I'm just skipping, right? First entry, then skipping this third entry, then skipping, then another entry, and then skipping. 2 means, I mean, you are taking the, starting from the first, because I have not given anything in place of semicolon. I started with a semicolon. That means it starts from the first entry. If I write 2, then it starts from the second entry and then do jumping. I hope you understand this. Is this clear? This is kind of a jumping. But from where you start your jumping, that up to you. If you write something on the semicolon, I have already done. This is full. It's not full now, I know. So is it clear now? You can just, remove these hashtag and look at the other commands. It's easy. Data type of array. So there are 4 types of data array: integer, Boolean, float, complex float. Whenever we have a data set, say it's a passing marks of a student in mathematics, right? And say there is a threshold, 50 marks are getting pass marks. 80, yes, yes means pass. So you have a data which is mixed of everything: integer, Boolean, float, because that's how you deal with the data. Oh, sorry. So that's how you deal with the data, you know. So initially, first you understand what all these kind of data is, and then we come to the pandas, because panda is a basically a very important library to, I can say, manage your data according to your need, right? So that's important. So you have data of different categories. Also, you can always have, encounter some kind of, these text, MOS. S means for string, O means for object, and M is for date time. So this is just for your introduction. Here is something, now you can see, I have created an array of the text to, you can say, string, apple, banana, cherry, and find out what kind of array 6 by just, putting dot type. When you are, actually playing with some array, then you always have this, call this array dot and the command. I hope you understand. Even this particular idea floats everywhere. When you go with this plotting and everything, and all the functions are called by like that particular function dot, data frame dot, whatever you want with that data frame. Dot following that command is something that means you want that command to be applicable on that object. Is this clear? So my object is an array and I want to see the dot type. So dot array 6 dot d type, and you can check what kind of array it is. So many commands are written in a write. You can just, put hashtag to see one by one. That is a better idea. See, the first is array 5. So if we go array 5 and print array 5 dot d type. So this is the first command, integer 64, int 64. I'm just recalling the output. Is it clear? Is it clear to all? How many of you are actually doing? How many of you are actually doing? See, if you feel the gist of this course, you cannot feel it without knowing the Python. Because every time you will feel, oh, we are out of the track, just because you don't aware of the basic commands of the Python. So this is my request. If you are just have not much time, but at least, run the tutorial file that have been designed for you, right? So you can easily done all that. And as I said, there is not much time to go to each and command explanation when you go to the hostel or to the home. Just ask Gemini what this command is really mean for. Is this clear? And I'm here only for 3 weeks. NumPy random number. How to create a random number for statistical kind of, when you have this in programming, you need some Poisson, something like this, then this particular command is really important, probabilities and all. From NumPy, now NumPy is again, when I'm just using NumPy was doing that. But from NumPy, that means that is the package and I'm calling another library, which is your random. Is this clear? From NumPy, import random. Import random and x dot, you are just giving some variable. X is the variable that you are assigning to what? Random is the function or the library you have called random dot. From that, what you are calling? Rand integer. Rand, RANDINT 1000. That means a random integer you are actually find out, or you are, I can say, you are generating within 1000. Is this clear? And print x. And print x. See 521. And it is always different. I hope you understand this because it's not same every time. It's very helpful for creating a synthetic data. Some kind, if you do, whenever we don't have actual data, we do some kind of creating synthetic data. Okay. So you are just here creating one number, but we create the whole list, to see or to do some simulations and then actually validate our models onto our the real data, right? Because we all know, we all are suffering from real data, the validated real data. So people do some kind of simulations on synthetic data. So there are many commands. I hope you can go and check all the commands. It's easy. Generate random float between 0 and 1. Now that was rand int. That means you are generating integer random number. And now you are generating floating random number from 0 to 1. And you are printing it x1. And you are also know in coding we have to be little careful because it's like an overlapping of the variables. Like if I just write it down x, then it will just, replace the earlier value of x. So I'll just rename it x1 rather than x. Is this clear? Getting an array within the coding, the most Common reason is the overlapping of the variables or the functions or the definition sometimes, right? So we have to be careful. We have to name them in a different, I mean, we have to name differently, not a common name. Then C, generating the array. Then we have to give another argument, that is comma size. Comma size. You are mentioning the size of the array you want. You can see x2. Oh, again, since there are so many, that's why I am just asking you to go one by one. Okay, let me just do hashtag for this, because I really want to see which is the outcome of which one. You all can do with me in a similar manner. Okay, so shall I run? Right. Now you can check. Size is 5. Size is 5. So array have how many entries? 5 entries starting with 0. I hope you understand. Indexing is always from 0. Size is 5, but indexing is 0. Can you able to find out the third entry of this array? Can you all able to find out the third entry of this array? Write the command. What is the command? You have x2 here. You have x2 here, right? This is x2. How will you find out the third entry of the x2? I'm just recalling the earlier commands. See, you are moving forward doesn't mean that you forget about the past. So, how will you, what is the command? Can anybody just do it for me? How will you find the third entry of this array? Please don't do this. It's easy now. How will you find the third entry of this array x2? How will you find the third entry of the array x2, which is 76, 90, 58, 63, and 18? If you have an array, how will you find the third entry of an array? Call. You are not able to get me. You are not able to get the question. Okay. How many of you generated this x2? How many have you generated this x2? Because my question will get those people who are actually doing with me. If you're not doing with me, how will you get the question of mine? Sorry? This is the issue. Look at this cell. Look at the cell actually. What we started with. First we generate any integer random number. Right? Then we generate a random number that is of type float from 0 to 1. And then we generate an array of size 5 and name it in a variable x2 and name it in a variable x2. So x2 is a list now. So I'm just asking you a very simple question. How will you find out, tell me the command, how will you evaluate the third entry of the x2? That's it. Sorry? Yeah, in the list. x2 bracket. What should I write in bracket? Third entry. Right. True. Great. Now you understand? X2 2. So that's what I was asking. And now you can again, you can do with 2D arrays and all. There are many commands in this cell. So very important, some arithmetic operations. I hope you all know arithmetic operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, composition. So here are a few for you. You just go and do it on your own. It's very simple, right? So NumPy basic commands consist of all this. That's it, right? Now we are moving forward to Matplotlib. Should I? Shall we? Okay. Matplotlib is again a very important library for a plotting. Because again, when we are doing mathematical epidemiology, we are really interested to know the patterns, the transmission dynamic, and that can be only visualized through your plotting the graphs. So that's how it's important. Again, you can start with, if I'm doing Matplotlib cannot be done without importing NumPy. I hope you understand it. Because we have to plot, like for a beginners, if I tell you, we have to give some x-axis values or correspondingly y values. Then x values must be in array and y values must be in array. So without NumPy, you cannot access Matplotlib, else you get error. Is this okay? So here again, I import NumPy, though I've already imported, so I don't need to import it again, but it's just in a flow. I've just write it again and print the Matplotlib version, right? How do we write? Import matplotlib dot pyplot, Python plot as PLT. So from now onwards, we always use PLT as a shortcut to plot our graphs. Is this clear? Yeah. It's very easy, very easy. We are just starting with something that we know x-axis also, x values also, and y values. I'm starting with this, but of course, when you do the mm, dynamical modeling, there you have a dynamical system. In that case, you don't do like this, but just for a beginner kind of understanding, we have this array. What is this array is? np.array 0, 6 y points is equals to np.array 0, 250. Zero to 6, 0 to 250. So what he is doing by default, he is automatically, somehow manage its proportion. 0 to 6, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And accordingly, he distribute your y points also in the same equal distance, right? Else it is accordingly, you can handle it the way you want. You want from 0 to 6, maybe you want for 0 to 4, 6, 10. Then you have to handle your y accordingly. As many as points are there in x, the similar y values should be given. Else you get a error. Oh, someone is doing this. I don't know. How could you control this? Okay. So you can plot and you see plt.plot. The array you have given x points and y points, and that's it. Simply plot show. Plot dot show must be written, else you won't able to see it. The plot is there, but you won't able to see it. To see it on your screen, you have to write the command plt dot show bracket. Is this clear? Then there are different kinds of plots. I think you can do it on your own. As I said, you can handle the arrays on your own. Maybe I have just given here 1, 2, 6, 8, and accordingly you can give values to y points. So this is very simple. The important is sometimes how to plot a function. Just write down a question and do it in the hostel, or you can do it right now. You just do it right now. Plot sin x, plot a function sin x. I'm not showing you the code. You can do it. Because at least you know the basic idea. Plot the function sin x from 0 to 2 pi. I really want at least some of you can do it and come and do it here also. It's easy. Plot the curve of a function sin x, or I'm leaving it on you. Fx is equals to x square, fx is equals to x cube, whatever is convenient to you. Just plot that function from, if it is on the Cartesian coordinate, then it's from say 0 to 10. And if it's sin s, then it's from 0 to 2 pi or 3 pi. Please do. And don't ask code from me. I don't know. We are just left with 2 minutes. So I'm not running. As much as we done today, it's enough for today. And then we'll continue. If I get another chance to talk to you or present, then we'll explain. Otherwise, I'm here. You can ask me anytime. Right? So within a 2 minutes, you have to draw it. And someone has to come and draw it on this. How many of you are seriously doing? If you think sin x is tough, just do it for x square. Don't do this way. You can ask from Gemini. You can ask from AI. That's why this blue button is there. You don't need to put your hand like anything. It's easy. Ask Gemini how to plot a function of sin x on Python. It gives you a code in minutes. But now, since you know the basic idea, you can relate it. That's the purpose for giving tutorials. As I said, Python itself is a course of 6 months. It takes time. We are just running here, right? Just use AI. Use AI, emphasizing using AI. Right, done? You done? Can you come? Can you come? It's okay. Copy from your code. You done? Question. You want to ask my question? Okay. Right. Well, again, you have to, I think my time is over, but still I'll take your question. Again, there is a command. Either you want to work on radian, on degree, on Cartesian. It gives you plot on every unit. Commands are there for each and every kind of output you're looking for. Is there. Of course, I have not dealt with the trigonometry because, as I said, these are very basic things which has been there in covered in Python. I just share the book with you, but there are 2 books. So can I have this much of time at least share the books? Okay. So let me share these books with you. Oh. So this is a book I want to doing math with Python. This is one book, very basic, and it covers almost all what you are looking for. And this is an online. If you really want to do, want to know some command F. I hope you understand why we use command F to actually find out what type of command we are looking for. It will directly bring to the page where that command should be. Command F. How many of you are really aware of command F? Maybe it's command F in Mac, maybe it's control F for the window users, right? In any PDF, if you really want to go to that particular text, you find out that text using control F or command F for the MacBook users. Is this clear? So you can use this book. I can share it with the organizers. And there is another book. Okay, I'll share it. Don't worry. There is another book that is Math Adventures with Python, Peter Farrell. So these two books are for the beginners. It's really helpful. But I know when we are in such type of courses, we keep books with us, but we really don't look at because we totally rely on AI, right? Actually, now our generation forget to, how to scroll the hard copies of the book. They really don't know. But I personally believe having hard copy, learning from it actually something that that fits in your memory for a long time. Anyone, anything to ask? For offline people, I'm always here. For online, if there are any queries, we can take in. Otherwise, it's a very basic lecture, so I don't think so anyone can find any difficulty. Thank you.
All right, so we can make that applause a bit louder.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Lasmin, for this wonderful session.